Hello and welcome to this student walkthrough video for GCSE History Paper 3. We have other videos available for this paper which go into more depth about each individual question. My name is Katie and I'm a history specialist working for a large multi-academy trust across London and Essex. You'll also hear from Sam later on in this video, who is also a subject specialist for Pearson Edexcel. So in this video session, we're going to explore two things. What does the Paper 3 modern depth study look like, and how can you do well on this paper? So Paper 3 is one exam paper with an additional booklet with your sources and interpretations. They contain what you need for question 3. The paper is split into two sections, A and B, and the whole exam will last 1 hour and 30 minutes, or 1 hour and 52 minutes if you have additional extra time. Paper 3 is the only one of your 3 papers that targets all of the skills that you've been practicing in your lessons. This includes both your use of sources and of historical interpretations. When considering how to manage your time during the examination, do note that over 66% of the marks are available in Section B, which is your question 3 that looks at your sources and interpretations. So which option are you studying? There are 4 different ones available, and within each one there are 4 key topics. Each key topic addresses a specific area of society or the historical situation with a clearly identified time frame that can also be useful for you for your revision. Do remember though that these key topics don't work in isolation, they can overlap, and it's worth knowing that some knowledge from one key topic might be beneficial for understanding why something happens in another. Here is an overview of what the exam questions are like on this paper. You'll have come across some of them before on other papers, such as your Explain Why question, but some are new and unique to this paper. For example, the questions around historical interpretations.
Let's now take a look at how you can prepare to do well on this paper. For some questions, accessing the top marks requires supporting your arguments with carefully selected knowledge. Ensure that you revise content from all of the sections on the specification. Ask your teacher for a copy of the specification. Demonstrate your depth of knowledge by including specific evidence where possible. This could include names, dates, statistics, and events. The specification can be used in lots of ways. As a checklist, you can read through the specification and as you revise different events, tick them off. As you make flashcards, tick them off. You can use the bullet points on the specification to direct any mind maps, and you can use the events on the specification to create timelines. Make sure you revise everything though. Don't skip any topics on the specification. One way you can revise is to write profiles on the key people and events mentioned on the specification. You can use images to help you remember things that happened as a result. And here we've got an example of how you can create a fact file or a key profile for events and people across the different units. So use this to help you. There are over 25 knowledge booster quizzes for Weimar and Nazi Germany available from Pearson's website with answers. These are great for revising knowledge. Ask your teacher, they'll be able to download them and share them with you. It is important that you have secure chronological understanding of the events for your Paper 3 exam. So let's use the Germany paper as an example. Can you put the following events here into the correct chronological order? Do you know what comes first? Let's take a look at the answers. Hopefully you got these correct. First of all, in 1919 was the Treaty of Versailles, followed by the Dawes Plan in 1924. Then the Reichstag fire in 1933 and Kristallnacht in 1938. Use a timeline similar to this alongside the specification to ensure that you've got secure chronological understanding for your exam. It's also a really good idea to use past exam papers, exam questions, and exemplar answers. Beyond writing lots of different answers to exam questions, there is also real value in practicing planning answers to questions. Think about the explain why question. What do you need to explain? What 3 aspects of content will you use? Here is a question from the USA paper. Students can answer this question using the stimulus points and then their additional knowledge of the White Citizens Council. Reading, sources and interpretations will help you to access the kind of text that you are going to have on your Paper 3 exam. You can find these on past exam papers, in GCSE textbooks, on revision websites, or you can ask your teacher. Read a source and consider what information the content gives us, and how does the provenance make the source content useful. Read an interpretation. What is the overall view of the author? How far do you agree with this view? Edexcel have lots of revision tips for students. These are available in the Revision Top Tips for Summer 2025 guide. These include revising with others, asking for feedback from your teacher, using past papers, mark schemes, examiner reports with exemplar answers, practicing questions, and reading around topics for greater depth. That brings us to the end of this walkthrough video. Remember that we have videos for every question on each paper available. More information for students can be found on our website under Student Support. We wish you the best of luck in your upcoming exams.